when you're learning improvisation, part of being aware of what are you saying, what are you creating, what's the audience's experience, how are we affecting the audience, helps you to understand your role as the writer and the director. If our focus is only me in the scene, well, then that's all you're going to learn, right? If my focus is my partner in the scene in the show, the overall feeling of the scene, the audience's experience of each scene, and the audience's experience of the whole show, it's a different concept. I fear many improvisers are only being taught what you need to do in a scene. And although they learn the concept of say yes or acceptance, I prefer acceptance to the rule say yes, they start to turn it from acceptance to remove fear in the partner to I say yes because I need what you're doing so I can do what I need to do. And that makes sense because being on stage is scary and, people will have egos and so forth. But it's not as helpful, I think, in improvisation work. There are very few groups that actually ask the question, what are we creating and what do we want to create? How do we want the audience to feel? Have we succeeded in that? My experience at Loose Moose, because we are a theater company, we did improvisation shows, we did scripted shows, we used improvisation in rehearsing the scripted shows, we wrote sketch, we did children's shows, we did improvised scenario shows. We were using improvisation as an artistic form in a lot of different ways. So that helps develop your awareness of how are we putting the play together? How are we putting this show together? What's happening in the audience? Keith would be directing us in, if we're doing a 2-hour show, the show needs to have variety. The audience can't watch the same tone for 2 hours. And that starts developing your outside awareness. So as I said before, you train in these things in your workshops and your rehearsals, so when you're on stage, they become an instinct. You feel the scene that you're in. You start to feel and sense your partner. You also need to feel and sense the audience. And I think, actors who are really available, be it improvisation or script, feel that. They know that if they move their hand, they can see the whole audience go and look at the hand. Because they can feel what the audience is watching, where the curiosity is, or the status, or the power, or the stillness. And I feel we need to learn that in improvisation as well. When you're creating a show, if you're creating a format, you should be thinking of it from your artistic point of view and what you want the audience to experience. And you should be having conversations in the rehearsal room as the actor and the director. If you're only putting things together as an actor, you're losing a lot of possibility. There's a lot of questions you're not asking yourself that help you achieve what you want to do. But not a lot of improvisation groups see themselves as theater companies, and not a lot of improvisation groups start with an awareness, a focus, or an interest in theater. So I'm talking about a type of work that's particular. Not all improvisation is comedic. That said, in theater, there's comedy. What I mean is not all improvisation has to solely be comedic. There's a lot more colors we can paint with.